Hello everyone, I'm Kailoto and we're here with episode 6 of Opus Magnum. We're currently partway through chapter 3, Exile and Thievery. And we've made an arrangement with a thief. His name was, I believe, Nils Whittle or something. Whittle or something like that. Some, thief-like character to purloin a shipment of lead from the compound of House Van Tassen, which has now been taken over by House Colvin. So we're partway through creating things to help the thief infiltrate and whatnot. So it'll be pretty interesting. We've got warming tonic up next. I don't see any reason why we should delay any further. Let's get working. This warming potion isn't just alcohol again, is it? No. Alcohol doesn't actually warm the body. It only creates the illusion of warmth. What's this you're talking about? It's a long story and nothing to concern yourself with. He made alcohol for someone and called it a courage potion. And yet he still refuses to make alcohol for me. The man I made that alcohol for was preparing to fight to his death. You, on the other hand, are supposed to live. For a while yet, I should hope. Alright. Ooh, this is interesting. Warming tonic. It's kind of like the fire water alcohol, but it's a bit different. It's got like this weird watery thing and then this fire thing, and yeah, we've got two fire elementals, water, and we're gonna have to, oh geez, let's see. I mean, we're gonna have to bond things and we're gonna have to calcify stuff. Let's see, there's 6 total atoms like in the product and we have 3 inputs, so ideally we'd want to use like, I don't know, something like this. This'll take a little bit of work to figure out. I think I'll go for something that just works a little bit faster. I don't know. We'll see. Catch you on the flip side. Okay, let's check this out. I think I've made something that works, but I have not even tested it at all while I built it, so maybe this will go horribly wrong. But for now, let's... Oh, I can already see somewhere where it's probably gonna go wrong. Let's see here, we have it here like this, and then it's like that, so this one should be like that. Okay. I think this will work though. Besides that one thing. Let's give it a watch. Okay, that's a problem. Oh, okay, so right here it hit that one when we didn't want it to. Huh, what am I gonna do about that? Yeah, see, that's not good. This might take a little while of rearranging, so I'll be right back. Okay, let's give this one a watch. I think I solved the problem. Oh, brilliant. I like it. It's pretty fast, too. I could probably speed it up a little bit, but it's... I mean, it's in the bottom rung for cycles. But, yeah. This tonic that keeps your body warm. If you don't mind, could you make some extras of this? What, are you trying to make a few extra guilder on the side? Not everything I do is for money. Do you have any idea how many people could use something like this? Oh, I understand. You people from the houses can be so tremendously ignorant sometimes. It's a shame we can't make more. You'd never make enough? That's a bit sad. Life sensing potion up next, huh? Alright, let's see what this is. This seems rather unprecedented. It is. I'm exploring new frontiers in alchemy here. Dare I ask what great alchemist is concocting now? Imagine yourself with an increased sensitivity to life. If a guard were standing in the next room, you could feel their presence, as a kind of pulse or thump. Sounds rather ghastly, but you'd be nigh undetectable. I suppose I do enjoy the occasional unfair advantage. Alright. Glyph of Animismus. Animismus. Ah. The Glyph of Animismus, I believe I'm saying that correctly, transmutes 2 atoms of neutral salt into 1 atom of vitae and 1 atom of mors. Alchemists who use the Glyph of Animismus and the forces of vitae and mors are not always regarded favorably by the university. It's a bit taboo, I imagine. The dark arts or something. Well, this is interesting, though. So this is how we make vitae and mors, and we've got a potion that takes 1 of each. We've got 3 different elementals here, and we just basically need a lot of salt. So I imagine we could use 1 to create the vitae and mors, 2 of these to create these like parts right here, and then attach them all together somehow. This one might take a bit, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, catch you on the flip side. Okay. I have something that might work. It's a giant mess right now, but it should be quite decently fast. It might be actually one of the fastest designs I could have just come up with on my own. The idea here is to use the earth elemental to create 2 salt, split it, and then this arm will drop it right here in this one, and this one will drop the other one right here. And then all we have to do is with this area and this area right here, we're creating like a little double bonded thing that gets like slotted in right here, thus bonding those all together into a single ring. And then this arm's going to bring it over here to calcify it, to turn those into salt, and then once more to drop it in the output. Let's see if that's actually what happens. Oh my goodness, I love it. Look at how fast that is. 44, that's already under the bottom. I mean, I can look around and tinker and maybe drop a few off of it, but I don't think you can do this in any less than 6 cycles, and that's pretty fast if I do say so myself. I'll experiment, of course, on my own time, but I'm quite proud of how that one went. If I were to use this and go to the market, would I collapse into a quivering heap of nerves? The effect is subtle, but you may want to avoid crowded areas while using it. You say this as though you've already tried it. My confidence and reasonable certainty isn't enough for you? Over the course of my life, I've learned that trust is not something to be given lightly. Especially not to alchemists. That's a fine thing to say in the presence of a thief. Oh, fair. Anatius, you do have a history of lying to people. Pulling the wool over their eyes. Oops, I didn't mean to open it again. Very dark thread. Yeah, just really dark one. That's all. This is a bit much. I feel as though I'm being suited up like a grenadier. Stay still, or I won't get your measurements properly. Must you really outfit me this way? The more light you absorb, the easier it will be for you to blend into the shadows. I can already do that. You seem to underestimate my abilities. I want to leave nothing to chance. Alright, so we're making him some fancy light absorbent clothing. Ooh. It's another infinite product, and look at that! Look at that thing. That's just crazy. I mean, I guess like there's a sort of repeating 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 like that. Like if we were to put it sort of off screen, like that's the single part. And let's see, we've got. Oh, we're gonna need to promote that twice for each iron, okay? And we have to calcify that. And of course we're gonna have to bond it all together. And we can't bond the middle like that. We have to bond it. Oh dear. So it's a little complex. This is interesting. I will get to work on this. Catch you on the other side. Alright, I think I've got a solution here. Well, let's watch it and see. I haven't fully tested it yet, so if there's any problems, yeah, we're used to that. I think it's working well, actually. Oh, that's brilliant. Look at that. That's... How is that in the lowest bar for area? My god, I can certainly get that lower. 69. Like, I feel like that used a lot of area. I had so many arms and everything was being rotated all crazily. And it was like kind of more optimized for speed than it was for like saving space, if anything. And it still managed to get within like the lowest bar of the histogram. I guess you just can't get it past 50, and so like the 50 to 75 range is just everyone manages to get that. Cycles, it barely squeezes into the bottom bar as well with a 99. Like, it could definitely go faster. Not by much, obviously. The lower limit seems to be somewhere between 50 and there, but can definitely improve on that. And of course it's expensive as all hell. But I like it. It works pretty well. Does what I wanted it to do. That's the important part. It's quite a striking look, don't you think? I'm a convert. I never thought I'd reach the heights of fashion like this. Look at him, he's all... It really is like pitch black. We should go into business as clothiers. I can hardly do much more alchemy in any case. We used the last of our quicksilver making that. But that's a wonderful idea. I'll find us more looming and sewing supplies. Get us a mannequin too. Consider it done. Perfect. Perfect. The lead ore heist. Oh boy. Looks like it's time for me to go. Good luck, Nils. You know, I've succeeded when a barge of lead ore floats down the river toward you. And I'll send instructions detailing where to send my share of the gold later. You won't be returning here? No, I'm afraid I can't stay. So you do trust us, finally. A funny thing about that. When I first found the two of you hiding out in this abandoned shop, my first thought was to cut you both down as you slept and sell your personal effects. Oh my, I'm glad you didn't. I'm just kidding. I would have collected only a pittance for your mediocre clothes anyway. How touching. I expect a more touching story couldn't be written. Safe travels, Nils. We'll be here for the time being, should you want to find us. I'm sure we'll run into each other again before long. Ooh, House Soria, an uncommon ally, Chapter 4. This is interesting. I mean, we had in Chapter 2, was that Chapter 2? It was Chapter 1, actually. Way back in Chapter 1, apparently, Frederick, the scion of House Fantassin, was bringing the young lady Soria on a date to his rusted observatory, because Frederick is apparently a failure in life and everything. But, you know, who knows? Maybe there was something there. We had that stamina potion that we made. Perhaps there was more to that than meets the eye. You know, there could have been some affection, and perhaps now we have the backing of another house against the Colvin traitors. Or perhaps we're just being played. Who knows? But I think it's more likely, considering the name of the chapter and the fact that this is House Soria here, that we're probably going to be finding, you know, a little bit of help from now on, and getting some assistance in, well, us taking out our revenge, and I assume House Soria is not too satisfied with what happened there either, so yeah. let's see, what are we looking at in terms of the time? I spent a lot of time today working on some of these solutions, and that'll get compressed later on in the edit, but even so, the recording right now is getting pretty long. So I think I might just leave it right there. After all, this is a good place to stop too. We're just about to get into a new chapter, and looks like things are gonna get interesting. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else that I need to say. Actually, no, that's wrong. I do. I've been meaning to say this for the last, like, 3 episodes, and I've forgotten every single time that I sit down to make the recording. So, in the description of each video, there's a link to an album containing GIFs, because in the game you can export a solution as a GIF. It's pronounced GIF, by the way. And I've gone back in between the recordings, of course. I've mentioned this before, and I've like sort of optimized each of my solutions for speed, area, and cost. And I don't have like time in the Let's Play to really just showcase those. Like, I don't want to work on them during the recordings because they usually take a lot of time, and like, you'd be watching a 30-minute time lapse of me working on something for 2 hours and banging my head against the wall repeatedly and getting 51 cycles and not breaking into this lowest bar of the histogram. Okay, point being, all that hard work that I've been doing is neatly summed up in a series of images that I put in the description of each video. So if you haven't been checking those out yet, feel free to take a look at those. They're pretty easy to pursue, and each video has the levels that I completed in that episode, the optimizations. I should have them posted down there by the time that the episode goes out, because I do these episodes ahead of time. So the solutions for the episode that you just watched, the optimized solutions, they should show up in the description, and yeah, that should be a really easy way to kind of see what this game looks like when it's not just like blindly feeling your way forward and trying to come up with any solution that works at all. It also showcases a bit more ingenuity and, you know, some of the like limits of what you can do with this game and the systems in it. So it's definitely worth checking out. It's a big part of the game, playing it, and at the very least I hope this will allow you to kind of get a sense of that aspect of the game without having to play it yourself. Now that I've said that, I really do have nothing else left to say. So with that out of the way, finally, I can say that I think this video's over, and I hope to see you next episode. Kailoto, out.